Hello and welcome to Mindset Mondays with DTK. This is episode number 139 in an ongoing series of live broadcasts designed for folk with a growth mindset or folk who'd like to develop one. This is a broadcast for people who are dedicated to getting better at being who they are at their core, rather than being distracted just by getting better at doing what they do. All right, so before we get started, do me a favor, take a quick moment and click share just beneath this video. Invite your friends, your colleagues, your online community to enjoy this broadcast live on Facebook and on YouTube. Wow, okay, so it's been sort of a whirlwind week. I'm halfway through a 10-day live virtual intensive and just punctuated that by a quick flight home from the West Coast. So getting grounded, as it were. And the playground today is this. This is sort of a call for individuality. The title is This is What We're Here For. This is what you're here for. And I'm watching again a resurgence of the catnip of internet marketing, the resurgence of tons of folks marketing these secret roadmaps and foolproof systems and step-by-step plans. If I see one more thing for entrepreneurs of 7 steps to 7 figures, it makes me crazy. Not just because they're talking about top line and not paying any attention to profit or cash flow or the lifeblood of what a business is. But these programs, these foolproof systems, they succeed only in two things: removing money from the wallets of the people who buy into that catnip and delaying dreams. That's all that they do. There is no shortcutting what is the real work. And this is what our real work is. Remember always that you not only have the right to be an individual, you have an obligation to be one. The Listen, I firmly believe in the truth that what is it that, oh my God, I can't remember the source of the quote. It was one of the first broadcasts. It was be yourself, everyone else is taken. Right? The real work is becoming oneself, is becoming the individual that they're meant to be. I firmly believe that if you want to grow your business, grow your people. And if you want to grow your people, grow yourself. It starts here. Always. Always. And while attending this live intensive, I was reminded, it was really in stark reveal, that the goal is not to become the next, I mean, if you're a coach, not the next Tony Robbins or Brendan Burchard or Rich Littman, but rather the first you. And as entrepreneurs, it's really easy to look out and see those that are our mentors, our idols, our models, and not just compare ourselves, which is daft, just the idea of comparing our beginning to someone else's middle, but looking at, oh my God, how did they do it? I want to do it the same way. Well, you're not them. You are not building your business or your practice or your company in the market conditions that they did at the time that they did and where they did. So these step-by-step foolproof systems, they're not going to work. They won't. And you can buy as many of them as you want, and none of these systems, none of these tools, none of this crap works. They're great stories. They are. But only you can carve your own path. Learning, I mean, to draw this distinction, learning systems and s- tools, no. Learning frameworks, that's different. And we'll get into a conversation about a framework versus a system at another time. But the point is, understanding how you work and how the system in which you're operating, the market in which you're operating works, understanding the landscape around you and understanding the landscape within you. That's all that matters. That's how you become the individual you're meant to become, and that's how you operate and grow and thrive within the system in which you exist. I don't mean system like the step-by-step system that somebody will sell you. I mean the economic, the social, the community systems in which you live. Understand the landscape within and without. Understand the landscape that you operate within and the landscape that is within you. Remember, and again, here it is. Remember always that you not only have the right to be an individual, you have an obligation to be one. That's your work. That's the real work. And again, there you cannot shortcut the real work. The only way to do it is to do it. Only I can carve my path and only you can carve yours. So the real question is, what are you in the process of becoming? I keep this behind me for a reason. It's been up for every single live broadcast of Mindset Mondays. It's behind me always. It's behind me in every broadcast, every session I host for the World Business and Executive Coach Summit. It's for every coaching call that I'm on. It's for every community call that I'm part of. It's up here as a reminder to me and frankly to everybody else who sees it that achieving more requires becoming more. Who is it that you're becoming, and what do you get to become in order to achieve what it is that you want to achieve? It's not who do you get to mirror or model or pretend to be in order to achieve what they achieved. It wouldn't fit on the window. It's not just your right to be an individual, it's your obligation. All right, so if you need motivation and you like external motivation, fine. Get down to your business. It's your job, it's your obligation. If there's something you're craving in terms of achievement or success, who do you get to become in order to achieve that? Clearly, I get wound up about this one. This, I think, is an essential truth. Not just the achieving more requires becoming more, but Eleanor Roosevelt captured this perfectly. Not only do you have the right to be an individual, you have an obligation to be one. Are you fulfilling that obligation? And where do you have the opportunity to lean more into that? Stop looking for shortcuts. Yeah, I like the term deep cut because my best friend Greg and I are constantly pulling deep cuts and deep quotes from movies and songs. So there's no shortcut, there's only a deep cut. You do the work inside. The deeper you go, the more you grow. This is not how do I do it quickly? So, are you fulfilling your obligation? Do you even see it this way? On one hand, there's part of me that says, hey, challenge me. No, don't, because this is the truth. You can challenge me all you like, you'll just be wrong. Right? Remember always that not only do you have the right to be an individual, you have the obligation to be one. Challenge away. Sorry, you're wrong. I feel very strongly about this one. There is no shortcutting the real work. The real work is the deep work. As Mary Virginia says, the work is absolutely necessary. And also, there's no need to reinvent the wheel. You can make the wheel your own as you continue. But this is it. It's simple. This week, go do the work. Take time, be still, listen to what's true, go deep. Start to pay attention to what it is that you want and what your body is calling for, what it is that you need. Do the work. And if you like external motivation, fulfill your obligation. You have an obligation to be an individual. I can't wait to see how this shifts your mindset this week. So again, as always, come to facebook.com/group/mindset Mondays. Share your experience and your opinions, your experience of working with this quote and your opinions about this quote or this broadcast, or argue with me about whether you think I'm right or wrong. I look forward to hearing how this goes for you. And between now and next week, what mindset will you choose?